This is my second video. And same day, because I got on the same step. But a lot of interesting, embarrassing subjects. And I'm going to go in and out of stories. Who are you? Nobody. I'm not nobody to you. You probably don't even know me. If you know me, you know me because of the simple fact you went to school with me, or maybe I work with you and my face is familiar. But my name is known in a lot of situations because I have a powerful last name. Um, and I'm going to tell stories from when I was a child, and intertwine them into when I was an adult, and wrap them up with a bow about the suit, the sweet suit that comes along with my present situation. Um, as I told you before, I have a case, and that case lasted 16 years. However, prior to that case, I have some other cases that I was not involved in the case, but I was a victim of crime. Okay. I have another case that I tried to get my money from this person in the lawsuit. And I'm just going to go, there's a lot of them. And I mean, there's a lot. And it doesn't even make any sense, but there's a lot of me trying to pursue factual information. And some of them, I couldn't even go down that road because I was stopped. And I was stopped because particular people that were already in place to stop me. I'm going to get more into it. And I think I'm going to try to basically start out with one case and give the particulars around that. And like I say, I just want comments. I also want, help, but it's hard to ask for help and then nobody helps. And that is like really hard. I'm also going to go into other cases from a person or people with the same last name as me. I'm also going to go into other situations that involve the people who are no longer with us that are has the same last name as me most likely, and if they don't, then yeah, I'll probably try to get into that. I really don't want to say my last name because of the simple fact it really doesn't matter. But if I have to put up evidence or anything like that, I would definitely put up case numbers so that you can go check out. I'm going to put up information about particular judges that I already had. Um, and hopefully, this can be maybe a different starting point. Because, like I say, I wasn't going to do this part. I was thinking of it, but I'm not the type of person that likes, as you can see, my hair. I don't wear extensions. I don't wear wigs. I don't wear French braids. All that shit makes me itch. Um, I have put on a wig before. I go buy them like almost every year, and I ended up throwing them away. 16 years later, without never fucking wearing them. Period. Like I only tried them on, and they looked ugly as fuck when I got home. But in the store, Oh, this is so cute. No, I'm not gonna wear it. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, my teeth. I'm gonna show you a picture of my teeth being the most fabulous because I had the most fabulous teeth. Uh, the reason why I don't have them now, I'll get into that in another video. Um, I'm just not gonna be afraid to talk about things that I should talk about. I'm that type of person that I'm emotional. I get like very. I'm a crybaby. I'm not a suicide person. That doesn't even cross my mind. None of that. I've been there in the 11th grade, and I haven't been there since. Okay. I was a child, and I was just wanting to get out of my situation. That's another story. I'll go into that later. Like, really, who cares, right? Because I'm not ugly, right? And that's what my dude used to say. When I say my dude, I'm gonna always be referring to my soulmate. Um, that's what he used to call us, and I agree that we were soulmates. I met him when I was either 12, 13, or 14 years old. I'm not sure because I'm older in age and the stories get further and further away as far as the dates. They get further and further away. I was involved in I told you I was a victim of crime, so that took a lot of memory situations. People will bring up something and I'll be like, I don't remember that. And then after I think about it and think about it and think about it, I'm like, ooh, yep, I remember that. That's messed up. But still, all the particulars are not there. We all do that, okay? But I'm going to tell you, I had a photogenic memory. Um, I couldn't recall everything somebody said, but I can do a paraphrase of what they said. Okay. But faces, definitely. I have a problem with that now. My mother was the type of person she'll be like, is you some can too? And she'll go down some, and she'll be right. Okay. And I used to couldn't stand that as a child, seeing that, but I do the same thing. And yeah, I have been point on a few times, but less than wrong times, okay? So I've been more wrong than right. Like, you look like you such and such, and then they don't be, but they might be and don't know. I don't know. Everybody say I love to be right. Most of the time I am. I hate to argue when I'm not right, or why would I argue? But if I'm wrong, I love to admit, oh, I was wrong. I'm coming back with that I'm wrong as soon as I know I'm wrong. And I'll be like, I apologize, and be like, it's a whole to do with me. So I just wanted to, I guess, give a second introduction of still not getting into anything but the simple fact that I hope my stories allow you to go into similarities of your life. It doesn't have to be the same thing. Like, Shador and me have nothing in common, right? Except the simple fact I feel that he's shortchanged, which is the reason for me doing my videos. I was shortchanged. No, I wasn't even shortchanged. I didn't get nothing. I lost. Okay? So I'm telling you the end of the story, but I'm just going to get there on how I lost. I'm going to tell you how I lost, okay? Being done wrong is the reason, okay? Being done wrong. But he was shortchanged. I didn't get anything. I'm going to show you down that road. And I'm going to show you that there's a lot. And that's why it's called Sweet Suits. Okay? That's why it's called Sweet Suits. Some people in life do not get to have any type of success because they're being robbed or taken advantage of or whatever, because not because they're wrong, but because they're not liked, or because the people in power, and it is not just male people, it is slime balls that are melanated that has helped them succeed in being successful. Okay? I kid you not. And it doesn't even make any type of sense why these people should not be called out. And I mean called out. And so I'm sick of not. It's when I am wrong, like I said, I admit it, but when I'm right, you're not going to find it. But I was on Judge Mathis' show. And it was in 2001, right after 9/11. And it was also just before New York, I think it was New York or Chicago, a plane landed, a plane crashed into somebody's house. I want to say it was New York. That happened on the same day I was supposed to leave, or it happened the next day. And so it was a whole to-do about that. But like I said, I'm going to get into as many stories as possible. And I'm going to try to make them not boring. And once again, my name is Miss Positivity. And this is Sweet Suits. And mind over emotions when it comes to family. Togetherness. I'm going to get a signature ending and a signature beginning. But everything I think I'm going to do in the opening. I don't have a page. You can't do anything like this or that or whatever. I'm going to try to get that going as far as YouTube is concerned, Instagram, and another one. My grandson, he wants to be a content creator. And I asked him to be a content creator because he was telling everybody he wanted to do that ever since he was, 6 or 7 years old. I was like, when the first time he said it, I'm like, what the hell is a content creator? I said, YouTube? And he was like offended, kind of like, but I don't know what it is. Like, I didn't know that was a thing. I should have known, right? Oh, I'm going to get into some stories. But anyways, yeah, so I offered him to do mine, and he told me that somebody else asked him at his school. Now, let's be honest. My grandson is 11 years old. Okay, so when I went and bought him those shoes that I told you, those Deion Sanders shoes, he was 11 years old. And yeah, he had a big feet. He doesn't want to have a big feet because his mother had a big feet for a female. So I thought she wore 11 and a half. Okay, so that would be 9 and a half in men and 11 and a half. But she said, I think her shoes are definitely 8s